Oh, this looks good. This
So
looks
good. Are you in?
I'm so in. And do you know what, Jodie? It's so lovely to see you. But Nicole da Silva as well,
Amazing.
who I am obsessed with from Wentworth. She is absolutely fantastic.
And she's a diamond.
Is she?
Yes.
That's what I want to know.
That's what you needed to know.
I'm so excited you're here today. We've got so much to talk about, but we need to talk about this brand new drama. So for people that haven't got any idea what this is, tell us a little bit about the plotline.
So it's a story about three friends who essentially are reuniting after 20 years, but in that time, my character Tess is the survivor of a sexual assault, which 20 years previously, and it destroys, obviously, so many lives, but it's a re-coming together of these three people whose lives have gone off in very different directions, but the timing of it, for my character moving back to Australia from the UK, is that it's timed at the same time as Nicole da Silva, who plays Simone, has just written a novel, a fiction novel, but about this event without... So it's a story about friendship, it's a story about trauma, and it's also a story about who has the rights to tell a story.
Exactly. Whose story is it to tell?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jodie, when you get into a character like this, and probably you haven't got knowledge from something like that, where do you get all your research from? She's Tess, she's had this awful thing happen to her.
I suppose the incredible thing, I've always been so lucky because all the screenwriters I've worked with have been so detailed, and you're given a part like Tess, it's like a gift because so much of it is in the script. Whether it's in the dialogue, it can be in stage directions. But I think one thing for me that was really helpful within the research, because Tess doesn't remember the assault. And unfortunately, there are a lot of impact statements out there that you can...
In real life?
Yeah. That, where people have been brave enough to share what it's like for them in that situation. And I think, but then also it's about kind of being present in the moment and being, able to kind of draw from all the other actors in the scenes as well.
It's a hard one to do. We know you for drama anyway. We'll talk about Doctor Who in a second. You've played some parts, but let me tell you... But this is, it's a really difficult storyline.
Yeah.
But actually, even though it's about that trauma, it's more focused on that friendship group. What's changed over the 20 years?
Yeah.
And like you said, what does it mean for us now?
I think the thing that I really loved about it is the stories of sexual assault, I've read them or I've seen them on television. The point of view of this was really unique to me, because very often it's done from the outside looking in, the investigation or... but whereas this was absolutely about the people it's centred around, but also using transition of time. And it's got quite heightened realism in it, because very often the flashback scenes to the younger versions of us can be it can be a scene isolated by itself, but it could also be in a scene that we're in.
Yeah.
We have these moments, and I think that it deals with trauma in a really authentic way.
And did you watch it back? So what did you think when you saw it back? And
I was really emotional about it, because everybody worked so hard, and I was blown away by the commitment from everyone, and it was a very safe space to work. And I think particularly it was one thing for Yael and me and Nicole, who are the three friends, but there's three younger actresses playing the younger versions of us. And Michaela, who plays young Tess, it was her first job, and she smashes it. And I think that's... I shared this part and I got to share it with her.
That's beautiful. It really, really is. And the whole series, I mean, it's great, but one thing you had to do was up sticks, relocate to Australia. How long were you out there for?
We were there for about 4.5 months. I mean,
it's not a bad gig, come on.
I'm not being funny.
That's a long time.
It was winter here.
Funny how that one worked out, weren't it?
Oh, it's like really hard. We've got to move all the way to Sydney,
what a
all
shame.
of us, and go and live in the sunshine. And literally every WhatsApp group, there's like Noro going round, there's all this. I was like, oh.
It's a shame as you've got your bikini on the beach.
It's so hard. But not only that, the accent. You got the Australian accent. You had a dialect, didn't you?
Oh my... Yes.
Babe, if we try, we default Kath and Kim. That's us.
Oh, yeah. Look at
that looks
Seriously, it was so subtle. It was so good. How did you get that?
Well, do you know what? I was so arrogant and naive, and I went in and I went, guys, I've got this.
Want to go for a swim in the Billabong?
I've seen Home and Away, and I was like, that's my research done, and I've listened to a few podcasts, and then I got there and was like, ugh, oh my God, I'm awful, and I'm a world away, and I had an incredible dialect coach, Jenny, who absolutely hammered it home.
Big up, Jenny.
But I love working on a dialect, because there's rules.
Yeah.
I like it. There's safety. There's like, this is wrong, this is right.
Can you teach us a little bit of Australian?
Absolutely not, because it was months ago and I've done a fair few voices since then, love.
So is that once you've done it, it's out the head?
You can do that in a Yorkshire accent.
Once you've done it, it's out your head.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had to like stay in it and...
You were Australian for 5 months, basically.
Yeah, well, and then in between scenes I was a bit broad.
Just come a little bit down. Well, look, it is fantastic. One night. It's out tomorrow on Paramount Plus UK.
Yeah, so
It's
good.
3 part. It's honestly, look it up because it's great. I can't have you here without talking.
I didn't know. I've just discovered something about you that I didn't know.
I'm a massive Doctor Who
You're a
fan. I am a
Whovian.
Whovian, I'll be honest. You were so brilliant as the Doctor.
Thank you.
Surely that is any actor's dream to be the Doctor. I know it's been a couple of years now since you finished filming, but...
I'll talk about it forever. I'll be dragging on them coattails forever.
But that's what we want to know. Did you love your time as the Doctor?
Yeah, it's absolute joy in a box with the people, with the storylines, with just everything about it. It's such a gift of a part. There's no constraints with, you know, with any kind of world, because you can be obviously on Earth, but you can be thrown into a completely different universe at any given moment. And I got to do it with some of the most incredible people. And I made friends for life.
Blast.
Yeah,
I did. It's so not. It's just. It's a beautiful show to be a part of, and I'm so proud of it. And I will be happy to talk about it forever.
We've got...
First Doctor with 2 hearts, by the way.
Yeah, I was.
This blew my mind because you were pregnant when filming.
Sneaky pregs in the regen episode. I felt very, very sick. But yeah, so no one knew, but a part of me was like, you know, when lots of people had a bit of an opinion about a woman playing the Doctor, and then it's like, I'm actually the first official 2-hearted Doctor.
It's just
so
perfect.
I'm fully method,
It's just
fully qualified. Yeah.
Well, look, we can't wait for the new series of that, obviously.
can't.
I can't wait.
You were an amazing Doctor. Please tell us you stole from that set.
Oh, yeah, nightmare. Me and Mandip were an absolute nightmare. No, I'll tell you what they did. They wrapped us on the Tardis. So we thought the Tardis were wrapped. So everyone walked off. She's got a foot on something, trying to pull out this thing. I nicked something, and then we heard someone say, we need to go do pickup shots in the Tardis. And we're like,
You are joking.
And I was like, put it in your bag, babe. Put it in your bag.
This is what we're like, isn't it? She goes out of a suitcase. Joe, good luck.
Don't bring me into
You do.
I'm in love
Good luck
with it.
with One Night, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
One
so
Night.
lovely to see you. It
Thank
really
you,
is.
thank you.
Whittaker.
Good luck, gorgeous.